popping off, boys.
I find it funny that Warzag knows the most about all the weird characters in here.
Yeah.
It's just the giant orc that loves everyone.
Okay,
He's just here for the vibes.
Yeah. Koekemook.
Always let the big guy know what's going on, and he won't accidentally hurt you.
Hell, I don't think anyone's told him what's going on, and he hasn't hurt any of us. I'm talking about the people that set off his radars.
He hurt me in the fucking pretty much the first combat.
That was not intentional.
Last Warzog heard he was delivering some goods to a castle.
Yeah. He has no idea what the fuck's going on. He's just walking.
It just now occurs to Warzag that like several days have gone by. He's like, oh wait.
You know, I never got paid for that.
Play was a week ago.
I'm really far.
Oh fuck, it's a Sunday.
Oh, fuck. It's a Sunday.
Or Zag, but I'm not going to continue that.
Did you get a bit nippy? Did you get a bit pickish in the night? You had to go at me cheese, huh?
Hey, how's it going? It's your boy. So do you want to hear a story?
I'd love to hear a story.
It's a 3-story house. So the story for tonight is Tristan and I decided to go drinking for a little while. So
on that note, I am inspired to. I have a cup of wine. I saw that Tristan was turnt, so I got a nice large cup of wine.
Oh, I'm so proud of you. We're literally watching videos of sommeliers drinking wine and blind tasting wines and guessing where they come from to the T. And we're talking about wine.
Mine is a mix of. It's half a cup of Pinot Grigio and half a cup of some sort of strawberry wine.
Oh, that's beautiful.
It's not as beautiful. It's just sort of just everything we have poured into a cup.
I mean, you know, isn't that how half of the best alcoholic drinks are made?
I have my D&D Beyond open. I have the Discord open. I have the OBS open. I have a tab ready for Ryan's game when he opens it up. What else do I need, Tommy? Bat stats. I need my bat stats. Thanks, Tommy.
That's right. You definitely need your bat stats. Wait, your bat stats? Like Batman and Robin?
Bat stats like Bat Compedium 5e hashtag content. I'm a wizard. I have a familiar.
I like it.
Bat is my familiar. A bat is the best familiar to have because bats have blind sight and they can fly. Yeah, they've got fly speed and blind sight. And I just got last game. I got Dragon's Breath, so I can bonus action make the bat be useful by having it blow a Dragon Breath. I used lightning last time.
Wait, you're talking about using your familiar to breathe fire and lightning?
Yes, the spell Dragon's Breath, the second level spell Dragon's Breath.
Oh my god, I hate that rule.
It's terrific.
I don't know. It just, what do you think about it? I don't know, just logically speaking, right? You say you're a Dragonborn, and you summon something. By D&D rules, you could have them use your race ability, which is breathing fire.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, hell, by that logic, you could have a fire-breathing bear.
I have a fire-breathing bat. I mean, it's cooler. It's cool, because it's like she flies in. It's a 15-foot cone, so she can stay without of range. Fly in 30 or 10 feet or whatever, so that she's 15 feet away. Use it, then fly out 20 feet.
Yeah.
Keep her safe. But, I mean, the other thing is, she's got 2 hit points. 1 hit point. So, it kind of balances it out.
True.
And it really all it does is just give me an extra bonus action, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't normally have a bonus action, so.
Oh. Tristan walked in for a second and then he left.
Can Tristan hear me right now?
Just leave it as is.
No, you can't.
Can I tell you a funny story if you promise to keep it secret?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a few games ago, Tristan got this vial of vampire poison.
Mm-hmm.
He still can't hear me, right?
He can't hear you.
Okay.
Tristan, you can't hear him, right?
No, I can't hear.
Okay, great.
Well, now you're blowing my cover, because when something goes awry, he's going to be like, oh, it's Richard. But we're going to steal it. I've been collaborating with another player, and we're going to steal it from him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Because he got knocked out last game.
Mm-hmm.
Unconscious. So now's the opportune time to remove that from him. He's tried to use it twice and hasn't quite made it to be used.
Oh, that's great. Well, I hope your plans succeed, Richard. I mean, that's going to be fantastic for you and your team.
If he asks, you can tell him I was talking about the haste spell.
Oh, no. You see, there's a certain way I use specific lingo. So, no. I like to... There's a certain way that I like to talk that makes things neutral. So, for example, Tristan.
Yeah.
You have no clue what I was just talking about, right?
Something about lingo, but that's it.
There we go.
I guess it helps that he's a little smushed.
That is very true. That is very true. Tristan.
Yeah.
Input asterisk. Richard laughs. Asterisk.
That means Richard laughs.
No, it means Richard frowned.
What? Then why even have it as an input?
Don't worry about it.
Tell him it makes me want to use the haste spell on him.
Tristan, he says it makes him want to use the haste spell on you.
The haste spell?
Yeah.
I don't know if that would help.
He said he doesn't know if that's going to help.
And it'll help because you'll be going twice as fast. You'll have an extra action.
He can hear me. I just can't hear him.
Yeah, I can hear him.
He said it'll help because you'll be going twice as fast. You'll have double the actions.
Eli, when you get back from peeing, I don't know if you watched the second episode on my YouTube channel. Watch the beginning of that. It's funny. I was talking to Tommy and he thought it was fucking hilarious.
What's your YouTube name, Tristan?
Stan with capital S. The first S and last S is capitals. I dropped a link earlier in the general. There's this one. I'm playing Resident Evil 8 and I'm recording it. And Ryan, you know that beginning part where you have to fight the fucking horde?
Yes, you have the Lycan horde.
Yeah. So I'm in that, or in this part I'm talking about. I'm in there, and I just got killed. And at the end of I played through and kept the recording of my first attempt. And I go, well, if at first you don't succeed, you try again. And then it's just a compilation of me getting my ass kicked over and over again.
Are you really enjoying making videos?
Oh my god, I love it, dude. That's editing is fun.
Hear it.
Yeah. The editing's a lot of fun in this.
Yeah.
And
I really enjoyed my time with that game.
That game is superb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far have you made it?
I made it to, I had just beaten the fish guy. But
so you made it, you went through House Beneviento.
Yeah. I just beat the fish guy, and the problem that I had was I went, after doing that, I was streaming it on Discord for Vic to watch while I was recording, and I'm already playing the game at, almost max settings that my computer can allow, and because I did that as well, basically my recording had audio and still images.
Oof.
So I was like, that sucks. And so I'm the kind of guy that overwrites his saves. So I have to restart the game, which is no big deal because I'm just powering through it right now. It's no big deal, but it sucks. I had to restart, but it was
showing you want to get your raw reaction for the game. Yeah, that's why I kind of wish I would have streamed it on Twitch or something. They just made YouTube videos about it because, dude, going through House of Viento for the first time. Oh my god.
Yeah, the fucking fish, dude. The shit that scared me the most was the dollhouse.
Yes.
Oh my god, the baby.
That shit was terrifying. That shit was terrifying.
Oh yeah, man, that whole basement scene.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it for anyone. I don't know if you are interested in it, Richard, but
yeah. Resident Evil 8.
Are you worried about spoilers? No.
I know nothing about it, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
Juice,
dude,
are you
the
worried
baby-
about spoilers? Wait, hold on. Is
Nah,
Juice...
we've talked in front of them.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
The
But-
baby scene, bro. Like when we had to jump, when you had to jump in that locker. Me and Ryan were just
Yeah. Yeah, it was terrifying.
Well, stop.
The noises it makes, dude, that was the worst part. Because, like, you could hear it moving around, but it's, like, making all these fucked up baby noises.
Oh my god, yeah, and like the pile of sludge, red sludge that it left behind.
Yeah. I remember-
Ryan, you had suggested real quick. Sorry, you had
Yeah, go ahead.
suggested taking a look at the Garden of Eden in your on your game here. Where would I find that? Find out more about the Galvaners. Which tab?
In notes, are you looking for notes? So I don't have a lot of notes on that yet.
Okay, you had said last game you had said take a look at it, and you had already closed the game out. So I was looking at it, trying to look at it, but.
Oh, I think I might know what you're talking about. So there is a note. Let's go to literature. Oh yes, if you go to organization, actually, so you're talking about learning more about the
King's Circle.
Oh, where is it?
That might be what it is.
Maybe.
King's Circle.
So you're wanting to learn more about the. I don't remember. I don't think I've wrote anything down about that area yet.
Maybe.
Because the last thing I made sure to work well on was the King's Circle document.
Yeah, King's Circle is what it is. Yeah, I got it.
Okay,
I pulled it.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, this will. If you read this will help give you an understanding of how it works, or how like the King's Circle government works.
But yeah, that dollhouse is fucking creepy.
Yeah.
I liked, I didn't really think the castle was scary at all. The fish place was kind of cool, but I feel like the fish place was mostly reliant on jump scares, which kind of sucked.
What they should have done was have an underwater scene where you got to.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I just think because I remember me and Ryan were like, we thought that was what was going to happen, and we were terrified. So looking back at it, like that would have added some like real fear.
I feel like that or more time on the boat would have been terrifying as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. When you're like trying to get away from the fish.
Yeah, as soon as you get off the boat, it just turned into jump scares and timing. You die if you don't time things correctly. That the dollhouse, the way whoever was in charge of designing that was fucking top notch.
Exactly. Whoever designed the areas in this game, give them a pay raise. Give them all the pay raises.
Dude, I love how you walk into that house and it's dead silent.
Yep.
And you're like, you look at your map, you know how like whenever you look at your map, an area that's red means that there's shit in it. Yeah. Every area you walked into was blue. So it's like, it's like, what's gonna happen here? And then they take away your guns, and at this point you've just gotten comfortable with all your guns, Yep.
What tripped me out was like that was the first time that they like introduced like lockers you could hide in. And
yeah.
Ryan, is that normal throughout the game? And he was like, no. And I was like, well, that means something bad here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there was that locker room we went into. It's like a little lab room. And it had that fucking locker. I was like, oh god, I don't like the implication of this.
Yeah, that was how I felt too. I didn't notice it. I didn't notice it in the lab room. I noticed it in the bedroom. Whenever you still in the basement, but in the bedroom, because I ran in there and I realized there was no other way out. I was like, shit. And I'm looking and I'm like about to die and I'm like, locker. And I closed it.
So you could also go under the bed.
Oh, you could?
Yeah, you can go under the bed or in the
view of the thing. I've seen a playthrough of someone going under the bed. It's disgusting. It's so fucking repulsive what that baby actually looks like.
That game is I think it's way scarier than 7.
It's like a flesh.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah.
I think that area alone makes it way scarier than 7. 7, I think, was more consistent in its scariness.
Yeah.
But, like, House Beneviento was so just over the top.
Yeah.
Like, it was different than anything else in the game.
Yeah. It was the most different. Is that the fish area or the...
House Beneviento was the dollhouse.
Okay. Yeah, that... Not only was it so different from the game, it was so different from anything else in Resident Evil. Because you're seeing hallucinations, like pretty much spirits, for the first time ever in Resident Evil.
Yeah, it was like a super paranormal vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember Ryan was like, "This is weird. They haven't really like stepped into this territory of supernatural." And then like they ended up tying it together.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
I mean, it does not explain the fucking woman that, or Mia walking around.
Oh,
the ghost.
It's
Don't. I don't think he knows.
Oh, okay, you're right.
Yeah, like I said, I only just beat the fish boss.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Yeah, shut up. Okay.
Yeah.
It will explain to you if you're thorough with like finding notes, you'll be able to figure it out.
Yeah, I was reading a lot of the notes every time I get a chance, I read the notes. That shit's fucking.
Yeah.
The storytelling, I loved how they explained the flies.
Yes.
The three
going to the castle. Yeah.
Yeah, I read that and I was like, "Oh, that's fucking cool."
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love finding like dossiers of like names and shit of people that have like gone through shit. Because then you, like, whenever you're in the basement of the castle and you find that dossier of everyone that had been experimented on.
Yeah.
And then one of them, or like one of the zombies that you kill down there, drops Ingrid's necklace.
Yep.
That was like, oh. I was like, that's cool.
A really cool moment.
And I went back and I reread it to see what happened specifically to Ingrid. And I was like, okay, cool.
Did you ever inspect the necklace?
Not Ingrid's necklace, no.
Ooh.
I didn't inspect it because only reason I didn't was because it was valuable. Yeah, for the most part, the game teaches you that there's valuable items and valuable combinable items.
Oh,
and that one was just valuable. Well, I already sold it. What's the
Don't worry, there's another one you'll find.
Yeah.
There's 2 necklaces?
Yeah, there's
I've found 3 different necklaces in my main playthrough before I had to restart.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah.
Yeah. But 2 of them were outside of the castle. One of them was that tall lady's necklace. I found her necklace.
Yeah. That'll be some big money.
I put the gems in it. And I got that all put together. Just I didn't notice anything special with it. But yeah, that game's really cool. I love that game so far.
Yeah, I adored it.
Richard,
I've already beat it 3 times.
Richard, if you have an opportunity to play it, you gotta fucking play it. It's an amazing, amazing horror game.
Yeah, there's definitely some like weirder vibes later on in the story that me and Ryan probably feel like could have been done better or different or not even put in at all. But you know, each their own, honestly.
I mean, that's how like all Resident Evils are by the end, Except I would say definitely with 7. 7 was really weird at the end because it's like fucking giant boss fight.
I mean, like, wasn't there like a weird like disco scary house scene in 7? Like that felt weird to me. Like some like weird like game that you were stuck in this little haunted house or something.
Lucas.
Yeah, the way that they described Lucas throughout like the notes and shit in 7 was it seemed like he was already a troubled person and weird and shit. Like before he was infected, and it seems like the infection really didn't change much about him. Like he was like, because he was kind of a sociopath, his mind couldn't be altered or something. But I don't know. I mean, they never say it outright. I don't know if you guys ever played the DLC to 7, where you play as Chris and hunt him down and kill him. Yeah,
that was a fun one.
Yeah, that was a fun DLC.
I didn't play the one with Zoe.
That one,
punch everything.
Dude, that one was fucking awesome.
Really? I might have to go back and play it.
Dude, legit, like, you go and you fist fight all the molded that you've been dealing with. And there's this one boss that you have to fight, I think, 3 times throughout it. And towards the end, you get a pair of Galva Knuckles from, like, Call of Duty Black Ops 1 or 2 zombies. the electric knuckles. So you start you get in a final boss fight with the guy and you beat the shit out of him. And it's just amazing.
It's Resident Evil games were kind of silly, but I like that about them. Like at some points they just embrace their silliness and just go with it.
I especially like it in the DLCs. I think the DLCs are just the place to fuck around at, And one of the things I really liked about the DLCs with Resident Evil 7 was like they went. You remember? I don't know if you remember in the very beginning of 7 when you're in the house before you get your arm cut off by Mia. There's a note there, and it talks about like 8 or 9 different people that went missing, and like it's like this one died, this one died, this one died, and then Keith or something like that.
Thurman.
Yeah. It just says like Keith or Kevin or something like that. Like his name next to it, instead of saying dead or deceased, it was just like a line. And one of the DLCs deals with him. And I think
really,
it's nothing crazy. It's one of these two. It's either you play as him in the survival mode, where you have to survive till 6 a.m. and then you get out of the house, or you play as him when you're playing 21 with Lucas.
Okay.
In that one, because there were 2 separate DLCs with it, one of which you play a card game and the other one's a survival mode. And I think you either play as Keith in both of them or one of them. And I can't remember which one, but I know Keith is in one of them. And and he has a different voice actor and everything. And the entire time, Lucas is like, "Oh, Keith, blah, blah, blah." And that's the reason, you're playing Keith.
Yeah.
So presumably Keith got away. I don't know.
It's in 7?
In 7, yeah. He got away before Ethan got captured. Yeah.
And like keep an eye on Keith then.
Just gotta pour some fucking ginger ale on that bitch and put that hand back on.
Yeah. I think Keith got away. I'm pretty certain he was in the game of 21 because Lucas is constantly saying Keith.
It's the game of 21.
You know the real life card game 21, where you keep drawing or where you have 2 cards given to you, and then you can look at them, and then you can put them back down, and then keep getting more cards from the deck. Until you get blackjack. Sorry, they call it 21 in the game. Sorry, but you play blackjack with Lucas, but instead of Lucas being the guy across from the table, it's a molded that's been strapped to a table or strapped to the chair, and every time you fail at blackjack, you take damage, or every time you win, the molded takes damage. And so you have to it was actually really fun, and they gave you a whole bunch of ways to manipulate the deck in your favor. So that way it was a little more strategy based, instead of just completely luck, whether like you're looking at it and you've got a 7 and a 6 and you're like, oh, I want to get hit, but I mean, I could get a 10 and be fucked. There were cards there were like burn cards you could get. You didn't pay for them, but like every round you could draw them off the top of the deck. And whenever you got these burn cards, they were like -2 to your total, +6 to your total, or something like that. And you could choose to activate them or not to get closer to 21 or further away or something like that. It's really cool. It was a really fun time waster. I wish they turned it into an app because I'd play the shit out of it. Pretty certain Keith was in that one. But because that was supposed to take place like 2 days before Ethan gets there, or 2 months, I could be wrong. Fuck, I just know it was supposed to take place before Ethan gets there. And the fact that his name's not written as deceased, I'm led to believe that he got away and survived. Somehow. Maybe he won and Lucas was like, fine, you can leave. Fucking bitch. You won all fucking 30 of my rounds, you can leave. I never beat all 30 rounds. It was a fucking nightmare. Towards round fucking 22.
Of the survival or
of the blackjack game. It was a fucking nightmare. Because then, like, around round 15, the NPC starts getting burn cards. And then shit gets fucking hard. Because they're also able to manipulate the deck as well. And like there were burn cards that were like, give your opponent +6. Or give your opponent a 7.
Damn.
Or the next card off the top of the deck is a 6. Or 4 or something like that. And it was fucking fun. But I never got past 22. And you had to do all 30 rounds, I guess, in a row. And then maybe you got away. I don't know. Or something like that. Fuck. Shit was fun. But anyway, I'm going to bed. I have a headache.
All right, Buster.
I did have a good night. That was a lot of fun.
Love to hear it.
Tommy's out cold, I bet. Tommy's out cold, I bet.
Yeah, he's on the couch, passed out.
Probably gonna hop off here, take a nap.
All right,
boys.
I'll later.
Thanks for playing.
It's a lot of fun.
See you guys.
I love gambling.
Yeah, gambling fun.
I'll keep that in mind.
Gambling's fun.
Yeah, gambling is fun.
Awesome. All right, have a good night, guys.
All right.
That's in that one.